chairman of Asian Culture Day and the festivities that will take place, I have been overwhelmed by what I have sensed over time. How those involved in our community have joined forces to make this a very, very special time. As I had mentioned earlier, Mayor Carolyn Goodman, Lois Tarkanian, Mayor Pro Tem, Bob Coffin, members of the City Council have done a tremendous job, as has Steve Sisolak, the Chairman of the County Commission, and the lady I'm going to bring up next, who made sure that all of the I's were dotted, all the T's were crossed, everything was the way it was supposed to be in order to make this a very successful time. You know, she has a tough job. I think any time that you talk about tough jobs in government, being the county clerk is one that people don't really understand, because it is a very, very tough job, because that responsibility is everything that goes on in the community, whether or not it meets those important things of dotting the I's and crossing the T's. That's a tough job. But she made sure that everything that we did exactly that. And you can't tell anybody, because the county commission is meeting right now. That's why Steve Sisolak's not here. But this has been important to her, so she actually snuck out of the county commission meeting so she could be here this morning. So don't tell anybody that she's here. County Clerk Lynn Goya. Lynn?
This actually is an important event for me. I don't have a legislative role in what you guys have done. I did show up at the meeting at the Grant Sawyer building because, again, this is an important issue to me, probably because my kids are Asian. My husband grew up in Japan. He's third generation Japanese. He grew up in Hawaii. He's third generation Japanese. His grandparents, two of his grandmothers were picture brides brought over to work in the pineapple fields with their spouses. So when he married me, this was the first non-Okinawan person in their family. So I was pleased to be part of it, and really appreciated all the cultural knowledge that I garnered through the years by living with a person from another culture and from a Hawaiian culture. So between Hawaii and Japan and the inclusiveness of Nevada, it is important today. And I think what we're doing here is really good, because Nevada really is, Barbara Sagaski is a Republican, I'm a Democrat. We work together in our offices. And Nevada is one of the few states in our country right now where people seem to be able to cross party lines, cross over from the little fiefdoms that they're in and be able to talk to someone else and bring those things together so that we learn and grow through each other's experiences rather than just limiting ourselves to what we personally know and see. So this kind of an event where we really reach out to the Asian community, and obviously I've followed our Nevada history, and some of it's not really very good. Some of you might know that we were not necessarily, we did things that we shouldn't emulate again, let me put it that way. Where being too clean was considered something that could get you beat up or even killed. So one of the things that this says to me is that we can cross lines, we can talk together, we can reach out and learn from each other and learn and grow together so that we are better people individually and that we're a better community as a whole. So thank you for allowing me to share in this. I will have a booth at your expo, 2 booths as a matter of fact, and I hope that you stop by and learn more about what my office does, because government is important to you and you are important to government. And again, we need to work together so that we can better the community and better our lives and make sure that our children have a safe, healthy, vitally economic system that we can live within. So I appreciate you having me here. Thank you, Mr. Fung.